So, as we await the first mission, and welcome Smokestack, we're going to open up a bit of a warm-up level. This is Zed Saberlink's Sky Platform Adventure. And it's a relatively new auto-scroll level by somebody who's been around and submitted to this stream before. And he asked, can you find a bonus room? So we'll certainly look for the bonus room, given that this is a level north of 10%. So let's warm up, let's take a look, let's get some of the bad jumps out of our system. And Smokestack, thank you very much for submitting the first code of the day. Glad to see you so promptly. Okay, pretty gentle so far. Harkening very much back to the days of, well, SMB3 1-3, really. Same kind of speed, same kind of platforms, but in an original environment. You have a hard-to-find bonus room too, if I want to try it. Well, we'll take a look at what your selection is like today, and we'll select something that is appropriate to our needs. But we'll just see what there is on your list that we haven't played, which is, I think, a pretty sizable part of your list. Okay, nothing too hidden out of the way so far that I can see, and oh, this is going to be a custom scroll that kind of takes us up. Kind of a narrow escape off the bottom of the camera there. And anything there? No. I think we're probably a little behind pace, given that we were scrolling off the bottom of the screen. But here we go. Oh, I misjudged that completely. Number 69, okay. Anthony, that is a very popular request, as you might imagine. So why don't we take a look at that? Those of you who are regulars on this stream have heard renditions of this one before, for sure. We'll try to get a little better at reading it every time. Okay, so this is Shakespeare, sonnet number 69. One of his nicest. Those parts of thee that the world's eye doth view want nothing that the thought of hearts can mend. All tongues, the voice of souls, give thee that due, uttering bare truth, even so as foes commend. Thy outward thus with outward praise is crowned, but those same tongues that give thee so thine own, in other accents do this praise confound, by seeing farther than the eye hath shown. They look into the beauty of thy mind, and that in guess they measure by thy deeds. Then, Charles, their thoughts, although their eyes were kind, to thy fair flower add the rank smell of weeds. But why thy odour matcheth not thy show? The soil is this, that thou dost common grow. Okay, thank you. Hope you enjoyed that, and thank you for the host that came in the meantime. Now let's remember to actually turn off the overlay as we continue this level. Have I seen Amazon's King Lear? No, actually, I don't know that production. Yeah, if you want to tell me who was actually involved in the Amazon production of King Lear, that would be interesting. Might have to look that up afterwards. Yeah. Lear is one of my favorite of the plays to read, probably my favorite of a tragedy cycle, but it's one that I've actually not seen performed. Oh, Anthony Hopkins as Lear. Okay, yeah, that definitely sells me. We'll have to look into that afterwards. Okay, so we're just going to get around to Bonsais in this triple track section, which is reminiscent of some of the tracks that are in Super Mario World, actually. It's kind of a mix of auto-scroll styles between SMB3 and Super Mario World. When it comes to the inspirations, we have not actually seen any sign of the secret room yet. Whoops. So we'll have to keep an eye out, because I don't know whether we might have already passed the entrance to it, but I certainly haven't seen a secret room exit. Okay, going to get through that safely this time. Might just a matter of taking a top track, and it might also be something that is locked out of view due to the custom scroll, so... Oh, not the top track after all. However, this platform looks suspicious, and we won't get to see how it is suspicious. So yeah, there's the exit pipe, so we do know that the secret room is somewhere tucked in the subworld, and we would have to look for an entry pipe. So why don't we just take another look at this quickly to see if we can locate that, although given the way that the scroll locking is working, I kind of wonder what visual cue we may have overlooked. And thank you, Anthony, for the submission of Tricky Dungeon. Sneak in, welcome. And thanks for just sending along the maker code. We had actually shown off your NSMBU wall jump level in one of the earlier streams from this week. That was one of the warm-ups we had done, and so we'll play something else from you. I saw that you're quite prolific lately, and so we have quite a lot to get through. Now, yeah, we're just replaying this one to see if we can find the secret room. So far, I don't see any sign of an entry, but here we are in the first subworld. Or actually, no, due to the custom scroll, this must be the main world, right? I seem to have lost track here. I wasn't really paying attention. Oops. Ah, no, it's vertical. Never mind. Okay. That is an excellent line when it comes to inventory management. That's a very unexpected application of Shakespeare. Was he who hath misjudged thy place so much to set thee here. That is something we'll just have to use for lost objects around a house, I think. Okay, so let's look around carefully. See if there's anything we might have missed visually. Yeah, this turnaround actually goes quite quickly in terms of how quickly you wind up off screen. Yeah, so this is actually just straight up vertical auto scroll, in fact. So because of that, we had freedom of movement left and right in the camera, and so I wonder what bonus location we might have missed. But if we had missed it, I think it would have been... We know the exit pipe comes from Subworld 2, and so the secret might have been built over the main vertical auto scroll section. So it would be accessible either from Part 1 before CP1 or Part 3 after CP2. And we just haven't seen any clues to that effect just yet, so it might be something with the camera lock that we had not really inspected. Hey Alex, welcome. Looking forward to whatever you have to show us today. I see that you've been busily constructing a new story world, but I know that I've also not shown off any of your various Into the Mirror stages, and so that's a series that we might want to look at eventually, once we are done dying on the easy stuff. Okay, you added your puzzle world. Wonderful. We'll take a look at that, if that's what you prefer. Yeah, we played this level already. We're just looking through it quickly to see if we can find the secret that was advertised by the exit pipe at the very end, and also in the level description. Oh, there's the pipe. No, I see it. Right here. Now our work is complete. Okay. And we made it all the way here. We might as well take our time to grab all the coins. That would also, however, be a nice shortcut for a speed route. It does undercut most of the post-CP2 secret section. And so yeah, that's a very SMB3-like pace indeed when it comes to how much content you manage to skip with the bonus room. So now that we've looked at that, let's get to the queue. Thank you for the GGs. Wrong emote? Yeah. I mean, it could be pronouncing GG with a bit of a lisp, a little bit lazily, except, as you will know, on this channel, we read that as ZZ. Like the famous popular artist ZZ Top. Okay, let's see what we haven't done. We've done a lot of the recent bosses. We've done the Koopalings Royale. We have a couple of bosses we haven't done, so I don't know if you'd prefer we look at that or something else. Got a 3D World Goomba nest here as well. That seems to be designed as part of your world. So, Smokestack, do you have a particular preference, or shall I just pick one? Okay, Morton's Rock Crusher has a hard-to-find room. Let's take a look at that. 9% or so? Yeah, I could easily see us replaying this for a secret if we miss it the first time. Okay, so we'll let the rock crushing do its job. I do like how the hard blocks kind of act as a stopping pattern here. And let's do some diligence here and check upwards. I would imagine that we'll probably need to keep the squirrel suit to check some difficult vertical location, like up there, but not up there. And that swamp is going to go away and leave us alone. Nope, that was a mistake. Well, so much for the squirrel, except we've got another one. Excellent. And looks like there is a red pipe down here that is an exit pipe, flagging the fact that there may, in fact, be a secret in store. It may actually be a pipe entrance that is right at lava level, and there's therefore hard to spot. I know that chucking things in under the lava can sometimes be very effective at hiding. Almost too effective, in fact. So yeah, we saw what is the secret exit. We missed the secret entrance, but we'll just kind of keep our eye out for that next time. Looks like here the objective is just to slip through before we get hounded. Here we go. Salutations, Aeolian. Of course, we'll grab the 50 coin because we can. Scroll in. Uh-oh. Yeah, the objective here should be to scroll as fast as we can, because then you can activate the skewers faster relative to the swamp timing. So there is, wow, a bit of an advantage to outrunning as far as you can. Okay. Well, here's how we're going to do it. Okay, here's not how we're going to do it, but it looks like there would be some kind of openable passageway up top, actually. Except looking at the thwomp pattern going sideways, no, there really isn't a route that we could take to go upwards. Everything is blocked off by hard blocks. Does stream crash? Oh, it looks like we have a huge spike of lag all of a sudden. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Looks like we had a lag spike briefly. I believe we should be back in order, though. Went back a few seconds. Okay, let me know if there are any issues with audio being in sync or anything else, because I did see that we had a very brief lag spike. Whoops. Yeah. We've been mostly free of connection events lately, but things do happen from time to time, and it is very good of you to tell me when it does. So this time we're going to escape a little bit faster since we're not getting the 50 coin like we did last time. We're going to lose that squirrel suit regardless. Uh-oh, and now we're behind pace. Now we're just going to follow the thwomps from behind, which is a terrible idea, because without the squirrel suit we have no recourse for moving forward. Oh, that's true. It did happen in your previous submission of the dedicated Larry level. I wonder if taking a bomb through does anything. It looks like this moves too quickly for us to do much with it, though. Okay. No, terrible idea. Whoops. Trying to not get hit for once with the squirrel suit. But the headroom there is definitely a little bit claustrophobic. So, get rid of that guy. And forward. Yeah, we do, in general, want to go fast. Ducking and jumping seems to work there. Oh, that's okay, we got more squirrel. Playing around the squirrel's wall cling can sometimes... Oh, I was trying to boost under that. Can sometimes be a bit of a predicament. But let's toss some of this and continue. Okay. Now, crouch jump seemed to work well on this first obstacle last time. Yeah. We can actually afford to just take a hit here and go forward. I don't know why we're stalling. In fact, I think we managed to despawn the thwomps just by damage boosting through there to the squirrel. So that is maybe a way of exploiting this, although let's see. Yeah. Yeah, because the squirrel suit was right there, so there was no particular disadvantage to just running through the skewer instead of waiting, but... Okay, we have to drop the POW. Oh, whoops. No, let's go back. We have to drop the POW anyway, because we need to wall jump before all of this comes apart, although we've blown the thwomps with the POW, so I guess that cheeses this part a little bit. Although, I guess you provided the POW for a reason. It's not really a cheese, it's just a bit of forethought. And without the thwomp, we actually have a bit of a difficulty here, so we brought that on ourselves. Okay. So we do know that we can get enough wall jump height. Okay, there we go. Squirrel suit. Awesome lab, thank you for coming by. But yeah, I mean, that's why you send things to me, is you want to see what needs to be fixed up. We usually expose that pretty quickly, if often accidentally. Okay, we got hit on the head there, but Morton got hit harder, so 50 coin, and that will be a win. Yeah, I guess the idea behind the power was that the Thwomps, if they get over there, they're supposed to hit that and knock themselves out, right? Like, that's what I imagine both the top and the bottom power were for. Yeah, Awesome Lab, thank you for Spike Ball Safari. We'll hopefully get to that soon. Okay, Anthony, let's see what you have. And, sorry, let me just mark the earlier reward as redeemed. Actually fall a little bit behind on doing some of that back-end stuff, so might as well take care of it while we are manipulating codes. And punching in P7H W59 JQG. But yeah, very much in keeping with the theme of the whole course in terms of retaining the central mechanic in that previous boss fight while doing Morton underneath. Okay, so here's Tricky Dungeon from Anthony. Rush through this hazardous dungeon and make your quick escape. Quick to the tune of 1:16, as we can see from the current standing world record. But as you can see from the preview screen, it looks like we'll be in for some obstacles that are going to be very timing dependent. So let's try to get the third clear. And looks like this just came up today, so it's a very fresh level. Very few plays on it so far. But we'll see just how tricky the dungeon can be. Oh, I see. Okay, so we need to jump over that and onto the Groomrat. The level description was kind of encouraging us to go fast, though. Yeah, and that's why. So we probably do want to take off right away and slip under the first Podoboo. Because waiting for the timer is probably not the right approach. On the other hand, the first jump, in order to have the proper arc towards the Goomrat, it doesn't seem to take you far enough. So maybe let's wait for the first cycle, wait for the first jump. Yeah, that's much better. Much more comfortable. Oh, I have a reset door here for some reason. Oh, because you take out the Goomrats in order to get a 50 coin and have to come back. Okay, that makes sense. I probably could have taken the Mecha Koopa forward here. It would last long enough to be carried over to the next segment. Okay, next cycle. Wait for the Podoboo to go down. Yeah, pretty easy timing once you see it. And... oh, I see. Spin jump on top of Spike Top. Whoops. I just missed. And we actually don't want to spin jump on it while it's climbing up the side, because I do believe that kills it. And that would make the top inaccessible. Whoops. Dealer's choice next time. Okay, looking forward to it. Oh, and we totally forgot to look for the secret room, didn't we? In the Morton level. That's okay. When we go back to your profile, maybe we'll take a peek. It just completely slipped my mind. But I know it was likely something in the first segment, and likely something to do with looking for an entrance buried in the lava, or something similar. At least that was what I was inferring. It was definitely a pipe entrance of some sort, given that we saw the red pipe exit. Django Fett, welcome. Oh, you have to go, Aeolian? That's fine. Hopefully you can... or if you're changing codes, that works too. If you are just changing codes, just so you know, if you're buried deep into queue, you don't necessarily need to leave. I'm usually pretty good about just verbally negotiating with people to swap in something. It's just that the code will affect what is displayed on the Warp World bots. I don't know why it was telling me to do a spin jump up there. We clearly didn't want a spin jump. Like a normal jump gets us over. I don't believe a spin jump actually does it? Or rather, a normal jump got us over previously. You're submitting your super world instead. Okay, great. Yeah, well, Hyperion, maybe we'll take a look at that again later. Like, it won't take the place of looking for a real level, but we'll try to dip in there and find a secret room if I can remember to do so. But as you'll discover very quickly, whoops, had to spin jump over there. As you'll discover very quickly, I have very poor memory for level descriptions. I really do wish they were accessible from the pause screen, because usually, you know, even as soon as I see the level description, I've forgotten it by the time I'm in the first room. Okay. Okay, let's adjust our position here. Clean that up a bit. Okay, what's this going to spit? I think the idea is that we do need to spin jump on top like that. Okay, nearly got hit, but we are through. Ah, okay, no checkpoint yet before the shell jump, but then that's GG at the very end, so that's why. Just the last little bit here. So as long as we don't hit ourselves in the face, I said as long as we don't hit ourselves in the face, we should be fine. Oops. Hang on. Luckily, it's a shell jump that does have a bit of generosity about retrying. We just do it until we get it. You can see I have like maybe a 10 to 20% hit rate on shell jumps, even when they're really simple setups like this. Okay. There we go. GG. Okay, thank you, Anthony. Yeah, I don't know about that Z marker before the second last segment, because to me it was very clearly supposed to be a regular jump off the Koopa, but you know, maybe that's just a difference of opinion. Any chance I know a good beginner shell jump training course? Some people in chat could probably really help with that. I know that some others here might have done some Team Shell projects before, and there is apparently some more entry-level stuff that, like, Team Shell has a difficulty rating system of some sort, I think, and there's some stuff that's more entry-level. I know that some of the really big Kaizo streamers, like Grand Pooh Bear, have Kaizo training courses as well, although sometimes they tend to get their levels taken down for various reasons outside their control, because they have massive YouTube followings, and, you know, sometimes people just try to report their codes for some reason. There are definitely good shell jump trainers out there, and I really should be playing them off stream from time to time just to work on that myself. Okay, sneak in. Let's punch in 7J7. I think this is just your maker code. But oh, and Sneakin' also has a new world, so is this a world request? Because I know we kind of wiped out on the previous world you had constructed. So yeah, I would be quite happy to do World 1 if that's your request. Otherwise, I will swap to something else. I think you're still here. At least that's what I am told, so do let me know if this is a world request or something else, because in the meantime I'll just browse through your list. Morton and his dry bones, Trad and Rad, okay. And here's a, okay, 0.61, that's a medium difficulty shell level. Yeah, Twitch thinks Sneakin' is lurking, so we'll probably just select one of these. And run it for a bit. So let's do jamming with Morton. Shifty 2. Battle Morton and his dry bones. Trad and Rad. Can you request play excerpts? I'm trying to figure out how I would manage that such that like I would like to. The reason that I have the reward just restricted to sonnets right now is because at least the length is very predictable. But I feel like I should incorporate some of the major dramatic speeches. Somehow. I might just have to, you know, do that as an advanced reward tier where you select, you know, like Shakespeare Pro or something, where you select one of the Shakespeare characters, one of the major characters, like, you know, one of the English kings. Yeah, yeah, Hyperion Grand Central Station. I actually played a much earlier version of it months ago, and it is a very good level. You should definitely give it a go. So yeah, we'll take a look at Jamming with Morton. I think Sneakin is still here because he's hosting my channel, and he's very much a regular, but sometimes people do lurk, and that is fine. Was looking forward to catching up on some of these anyhow, so... Maybe Angry Sun. Whoop. Yeah, Macbeth for sure. Actually did see a very good production of Macbeth 2 years ago, I think it was. Okay, let's jump out. Yeah, it was a very interesting production where they had the witches kind of being this permanent presence above the stage, high in the rafters, like playing their drums and kind of controlling the action from afar. Okay, we missed something big up there, or maybe those are just some decorative bones, but given that there was a bit of a jump out of a shell idea here, I believe we may in fact have missed something. Okay, let's go invincible. Nice, I've actually seen very few of levels like this that are traditional but with the bone shell. You know, because the bone shell is so good for some things that are very special purpose, I guess. Very distinct uses that, you know, just to have it in a platforming context seems actually rather new. Okay, so the door is up there, but we need to make our way over, so let's jump around. Let's not hit our heads. A bad idea. Up we go. Oh, and it's possible to pass the... Yes, the sister's weird, exactly. Yeah, it's possible to actually pass the key door. You know what, we unlock the door, I'll just show you how that looks. It's possible to go over and through. Maybe there's a reason to do that, but let's... Oh, 30 coin, wonderful. And is... Whoops, something that is only accessible if we... okay, I think we are dead, unfortunately. No, we just let it run a bit further. Now we go over. There we go. And we got the 30 coin, except now we need to wait for a new shell. Whoops, did not read that properly at all. Pause the Gamer, welcome, and thank you for Opposite of Opposite Day. And Narwhal, thank you as well for your maker code. Yeah, actually, Quaz the Gamer, I totally remembered the concept that you had for Opposite of Opposite Day. And I think I saw somebody else with the exact same concept, somebody different, just yesterday or the day before. But I look forward to what you're doing with it. I don't know if it was just somebody copying you or if you had just independently arrived at the same concept, but either way, looking forward to number 3 in that series. Okay. Okay, this is going to be a P-Door. And yeah, there's the P. I mean, that's pretty straightforward. Okay, let's just go through. The most normal day possible if it's opposite of opposite day? Well, kind of. Alright, let's pop Morton on the head. We have reusable shells here, so I'm not too worried. And actually, just given how much room he takes up, it's very nice that we have that level of generosity. And yeah, of course we're going to take the high road. Oh, no, ceiling. That's fine, we can still do it, we can still do it. True ending, nope. And we do see, actually, a key door exit at the very end, just at the base of the flag. So we definitely missed something, but... Thank you for that, Sneakin'. Lots more to play from you. Hey, Alex, I believe this was a world request, wasn't it? So yeah, we'll see how much we can get through in a reasonable amount of time. I usually like doing World 1, but given that this consists entirely of one world, I mean, we'll see how we do for time as we clear them one by one. We'll get through as much as we can. Just to confirm with you, Alex, you do want your puzzle world played, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah, so we'll stay on this for a decent amount of time, depending on how stuck we get. And if we don't finish, then I'll move on down to queue, and then, as you know, you can resubmit for me to finish. As you know from a lot of experience, in fact. So we have a starting bank of 10 lives. Puzzle World Into the Mirror. Okay. I had seen these levels come up individually, and I had not played them yet, so I'm looking forward to learning the concept, because the cover art looked interesting. So, you have red on the left, blue on the right, and a hamburger. Like a double-decker veggie Big Mac with fire flowers serving as the veggies. So it's kind of like a spicy Big Mac, right? Because fire flowers set your tongue on fire. Okay, so we see some kind of left and right that will require us to... Okay, no, I see that there is an on-off that is under the cannon, and that activating the on-off will not only open this passage, but also blow up the cannon to the right. So, we do know that these are accessible. We also haven't seen what is above the claws. Nothing interesting is above the claws, but we do have an exit pipe. Okay, so just get up here. And let's think about what we need to do, because you can take damage on top of the muncher in order to go up the pipe as something small. And that really looks like the only interaction that is available to us right now, so let's just do that. Ah, that's why it's into the mirror. Now, luckily, the landing zone is off. Okay. That's why it's into the mirror. It's because it actually uses the upside down effect, which you can see that there are some systematic transformations as well. So the black cannon has become a red cannon. We're just going to use one mushroom this time. And okay. Here we go. And you can see as well that the red blocks have all become blue blocks and vice versa, except of course for the one over the cannon. So the block under the cannon in the previous room appears to have transformed this into the red cannon. The positions of the red and blue switches have changed. Also notice that the on-off switch is now accessible. So why don't we take that? That'll take out the cannon. Also notice that the one-way panels have switched places. So because the one-way panels have switched places, we know that this will take us over. Except here's the problem, is that we killed the cannon, okay. Which is a problem because we need to jump over the cannon ball in order to access this. So, is there a way we can reset? I think we... Oh, no. We have enough height and we do this, right? Oops. Hang on. Or do we not have enough height? No, I think we actually needed a cannonball, and so I nuked that by mistake, and we should not have done that. Maybe we should start over. Let's start over. Yeah. And the thing about locks that require you to start over is that it does require some judgment from the player in terms of whether you're going to do it. So yeah, notice how the on-off switch does switch configurations. Okay. And we should have known that. I knew all along that there were switches, or rather the dotted line blocks under the cannons themselves. Okay, so let's not kill it this time. We probably do want the mushrooms. Let's grab that just in case. We probably want to get on the claw. No, we don't. We can just do this. Nope, we can't just do that. At least the mushroom gives us a bit of a hit buffer. Let's try to platform upside down accurately. That's much harder than it looks. There we go. And, okay, so we come back here, except we... now that is blocked. Okay. So we actually did need to activate on-off somehow. I think we actually needed to activate the on-off switch and then get on top of the cannon? I don't know. But clearly we did something wrong. Because we needed to change the on-off state coming back into this room in order to proceed. So that, I believe, is a restart. Big brain spawn blocking indeed, yeah. So let's try this again. Find the most strange thing. Okay. One thing that we had not thought about was the ice blocks. That's on the other side of the mirror. The ice blocks were gone, and that was what allowed the muncher to be safe. But it looks like we did need to activate on-off on the other side. But then that creates a problem in terms of getting up the pipe. So, oh, now this is a loss because we do need to be big in order to get past the muncher. Only one thing that I've missed. Okay, well, we'll see. We'll see. I'm sure I can figure it out. Just by careful observation. Okay, claws dropping mushrooms. On-off switch is switching places. And of course, we hadn't thought about how the bricks themselves are accessible on the other side, right? Because they are on top of our heads in the other room. So let's get up here. Yeah, because... Oh, no, because it's upside down, so they're actually still beneath our feet. Nope. Okay, I was wrong. So, why don't we... grab the mushrooms here, let's break these. Okay. That only takes us back around. We do know that activating on-off is going to kill the cannon. I don't think we can get up fast enough. So that's not going to be a solution. It's not going to be about racing. Now, what else can we do in this room then? Let's think about this. You got on-off next to piranhas. There may be some kind of spawn blocking business as well, but we don't know how a reset would work. Real Beach Inn, welcome back. Glad to have another one of your codes. So yeah, we do know that it drops, or rather it gets rid of the cannon. And that the Muncher is already down on that side. What have we missed? Have we missed? Unless there is an alternate method for getting up here. We can try to raise it. Nope. Bad timing. Never mind. No, that's not how to do it. Okay. But according to the creator, there is one additional clue that we have not paid attention to. So we've got red and blue. What other location is accessible? Let's think about this. Think about the clear condition. Oh, finish with a fire flower. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. So the fire drops the Muncher. Maybe we're dealing with conditional power-ups, actually. In that, if we are able to... Let's take a look at the Fireflower Big Mac here again. Okay, no, the Veggie Big Mac doesn't actually tell us anything. Right, finish the level with the Fireflower. So we do know that the ice blocks are going to be relevant in terms of dropping the Muncher, such that we will be safe. One other thing we did not do was attempt to jump above the cannonball. Above the cannon, rather. We didn't get on it, in case there is something above it like a Fireflower block. But we can try that. We haven't tried this yet. We also haven't tried just outright destroying it, have we? Oh, you know what? Bullet blasters come out here. Bullet blasters, we don't know what they fire. So we don't know for a fact that is bullets. It might actually be something like fire flowers. Oh, there are no fire flowers. Reach the goal as Fire Mario, though. Reach the goal as Fire Mario. Curious. Well, how do you reach the goal as Fire Mario with a fire flower? That seems to be an interesting question. I would assume there's some kind of conditional power-up going on. And we do know that dropping this might do something. So let me think about this for a moment. Yeah, we got everything up to the other end fine. We are actually kind of locked on this side once we go through. We also have not positioned ourselves to see if anything spawns from the pipe. So why don't we check the claws again? Because we didn't actually take a look at the pipe. We just kind of wrote it off as exit only, and we had in fact come out from there before. Unless, of course, the third room is actually distinct. But I don't think so. I think this was a spawn block. Oh, you know what we could do? Why don't we only break one of these? We know there's a bullet blaster block. Why don't we just break one and leave the other one in place? Because then the spawn block is not an issue. How to get the fire flower if there is no fire flower? Well, because I feel like it's some, you know, the mushrooms could be conditional, right? Like, because we came in here as Small Mario, we spawned them as mushrooms, but they don't necessarily need to be that way. Anyway, we're going to go back up the pipe and see how that spawn block works. Oh no, but we're still in an on state, so that doesn't actually help us. That might help us if we see what the blasters shoot. Now we are thinking with portals. That's a 1-up mushroom. Okay, never mind. That's not useful. Okay. And we are small, so we are dead. Alright. Curious. So, no, we're totally dead here now. Oops. The answer is on mushrooms. Okay. Interesting. So... yeah, I feel like we should not be taking both mushrooms, in fact. Because if we get back here as Big Mario... wait. Okay, let's try this. Let's only drop right mushroom. I have to think about power-up spawning rules, because I know that... sort of assumed that power-ups would just respawn when we're back, but let's break this. Oh, no, problem. Now we have to deal with the bullet blaster block, so that's not right. Let's break one. Okay, drop one mushroom. Break one side. Make it this side. Head back over, and then we'll wrap around as Big Mario, and we'll see if we have something conditional. We probably shouldn't have dropped both of those, but we did. No, we have to, because we have to come around this side. Why do we hit that? For no reason. That was a bad idea. Okay. Drop one mushroom. Hit one block. Hit one brick, rather. Get back over. Okay. Take a mushroom. Not hit the on-off. Get back on. And let's see if this is conditional. It is conditional. Look at that. But it's conditional in such a way that doesn't really help us because we can't get through. Because it's that blaster is in the way, right? So... yeah, it doesn't... oh, no. Like that. Okay, there we go. Let's break this. Break that. Break that. Ah, no, we lost it. Okay, darn. Doesn't... oh, no. We totally made a wash of this, but we did make progress. Yeah, no, we were able to keep it. And since we changed the on-off switch, now we know what's down here. We were able to keep the big mushroom. Keep the big mushroom, go over, and then... yeah, I see that you have mushrooms respawning on this side as well, because we did not consume both power-ups. Okay. Let's start over. So, we know the left mushroom is conditional big mushroom. We don't actually know if that's true of the right mushroom. But we do know that we should not consume both mushrooms. We should only ever consume one, and that goes for the other side as well. We do know that on the other side, the mushroom that drops off the right side claw is just a mushroom. It's not conditional. Or is it? No, we came back here small, so we actually don't know that for a fact. It might be conditional after all. So, but let's be careful, and let's make sure only to use one power on the other side. So, let's only consume one mushroom, drop the other one safely, and avoid it. And then we'll get back through the pipe. Oops. Okay, there we go. And then we will have the same idea here, except this time we'll do it safely. Stomp. And then stop. Drop. And let's kind of not totally blow this. Okay, Fire Flower, there we go. Let's break this stuff. Let's break this. And we have a Fire Flower, and we have an off position as well as a cannon that will allow us to go back up with an off switch. That will then allow us to use the ice blocks, or melt the ice blocks. Not actually sure how that helps. But do we want the off position, or do we want an on position? Oh, no. We don't know what is spawn blocked here, do we? Except there's a key. Or rather, there's the top of the flagpole. Okay, great. And there we were, into the mirror. Now, Alex, since this was a world request and we've only been on for about like under 20 minutes, we will at least look at the next one and we'll try to solve it as well. I will probably only have time for 2 levels before you have to requeue, but let's do a topside. Into the Flowers mirror. Okay, so we have the basic concept of Into the Mirror. And this is related to the last level. Look at that. We have a cycle between the Super Ball and the flower. And this is kind of an upside-down rendition of the previous world, except we now have a double Super Ball and Fire Flower Quarter Pounder, rather than the Veggie Big Mac. Okay. Reading this while upside down is really part of the challenge here. We do know that blowing this will eventually lock the bullet. Getting close to the icicle will drop the P-switch. What does the P-switch do? P-switch would mainly be useful for stopping the conveyor, but nothing is on the conveyor currently. So why don't we just go up the pipe and then see what everything else is about. Possibly the P-switch affects something that is on the other side as well. So I actually didn't pay nearly close enough attention to that room to see what the differences were. Okay, so we see that on this side, in place of the P-switch, we have a bomb. And that's fairly important. In place of the red blaster, in place of a black blaster, rather, we have a red blaster. Up here, we have that gated by fire. Now, unlike the previous level, we can just swap sides and directly. So let's take a look here to see what a mushroom would actually do for us. Yeah, mainly we need fire, because fire... I see what a P-switch does. P-switch will open up the central column. P-switch would open up the central column and allow us to potentially use something like a Super Ball in order to fire and hit all the way down to the POWs. It's quite possible that the munchers that you see on that stack are what are obstructing the flagpole. Looking at the geometry of the level, it's quite possible that you have them stacked on the flag. So the ultimate goal, if you look at the bottom right of this screen, is we want to come back here such that that mushroom is conditional. It will probably give us a Super Ball. If it gives us a Super Ball, then we want to fire all the way down to hit the POW stack. Looking at the mushroom here, so one of these is going to be a conditional... yeah, that's a conditional switch, where... No, that's based on on-off. If it's in the off position, the mushroom comes over and the jump block spawns something. But I think we understand the general flow of what we need to be looking for. Now, P-switch would eliminate the stack here, but you would need to eliminate all of these while they're in a coin state. And the way to do that would be probably through Super Ball, I think. That would collect coins for you. Okay, let's look at the other side. Hyperion Smokestack. I will probably be doing one of the sort of late night overnight sessions later in the week. Very likely Friday night / Saturday morning. That will probably be the next one, although our schedule has been a little bit in flux lately, but typically that's what I've been doing as one of my viewer nights. I don't know for sure if I can do it. But we'll see. This will probably be the last day stream that I do during this week, though. But basically, we're kind of reworking our schedule around, you know, circumstances that have changed. Okay, so here, that's not an icicle drop. However, if we find some way to eliminate the icicle by ramming something into it, possibly and ramming ourselves into it when we are big, you would have the trampoline drop. But let's see what we are actually able to do then, because yeah, this gives you a mushroom. A mushroom would give you conditional power-ups on the other side. Let's check what they are. Yeah, Super Ball on both sides. That's excellent. Except for the fact that we need to come here while small if the on-off state is changed, because it is only while we're small that this will spawn as a mushroom. It needs to spawn as a mushroom in order to drop something, probably a bomb, out of the jump block. And that's the only way that we would have access to the Super Ball, so okay. I think we understand it in general. What we need to do is we need to drop this first, so how do we do that? We have the mushroom. We have a trampoline here. Yeah, so our objective right now is change the on-off state, go back while small. I don't know if we're locked away from doing that, because my original ambition here was to kind of sneak under and just kind of get rid of the icicle by damage, but that's probably not the right way to do it. It might have to do with the P-switch, which is accessible. Except it's not. Okay. Okay, we just need to slide. Wi-Fi has crashed on your side. Okay, that's too bad, but hope you get that sorted out, and I will hopefully see more of yours next time, Hyperion, and maybe we will look at the secret route that we missed on the Morton level. Okay, so we don't actually have room to dash under the icicle here, though. We can do it on the other side to activate a P-switch. We can't do it here. However, activating a P-switch might... Oh! Activating the P-switch turns this into a platform. Quite possibly it would... Ah, yes, because if the trampoline came up to a track, let's take a look at how this room spawned in. Then the P-switch would actually block the trampoline, wouldn't it? It would block. No, because it doesn't come up through a track. Okay, well, let's try it regardless. Let's take damage, hit the P-switch, come back here. While the P-switch is still active, see what this P-switch slot actually does for us. So, let's take damage, get out quickly. Whoops. It's upside down. It is, I think, a little bit difficult to control. There we go. Oh. Maybe we need to run off here. Yeah. Okay. P-switch is active. We need to get back quickly. P-switch is blocked. We need to grab the mushroom. What does that do for us? P-switch... 90% of progressive power-ups, yeah. Well, that's interesting, because it means... That's what it means. That's what it means, okay. Okay, we have the power of fire. That changes things dramatically. Changes things quite a bit, actually. One-way panel, nope. Let's take a look at the ice blocks in the first segment. Yeah, that's one progressive power-up I didn't think about. That gives us access to this guy. 1 up, okay, that's nothing. However, it will theoretically allow us to have access... No, that's going to be a Super Ball spot. That's going to be a Super Ball spot, I think, in order to Take that thing out. And the purpose of the P-switch, I think, very clearly is to transform all these into coins so they can be eliminated by the Super Ball. I haven't thought about how to use the yellow pipe on the other side yet, and that's something we'll have to think about. Well, coming back here, while the P-switch is active, allows me to do what? Well, first of all, can we... actually... Yeah, because it looks like standing on this spot here might do something for us, but maybe not. Because ultimately we want to be able to get the bomb over to that side. But then is that the only on-off switch we have access to? Oh, we haven't looked at a Pokey on the other side yet. That's kind of important, actually. Take a look at a Pokey on the right side. We haven't really looked at that at all, in fact. So we know that there's a bit of a P-switch drop. What is actually affected by the Pokey? Okay, so we actually see a jump block that has the flower attached to it, like it's supposed to spawn the flower. We see the Pokey nestled between the two munchers, which might be a clue because we know that we do have a way of dropping the muncher and Super Ball on this side. But that's for the exit from the yellow pipe, so we don't need that yet. However, look at a Super Ball that is... Oh, hey, wait. We have access to a Super Ball. Okay. Look at a Super Ball down right here. Ah, because we eliminated a coin. Yes, okay, that's how we progress with the Fire Flower. Yes, indeed. Okay. Can we get a deflection up here in this slot? That's the thing. Yes, we can. Except we need fire in order to eliminate that. Okay. That's fine, we'll just have to think about it. But it looks like eventually the solution will be, once we have eliminated this ice block, then while the switch is set to on, we hit the P-switch, we come back here, and then that's how we clean up everything on this side. So that will be the last series of steps. Is on state, Super Ball. Okay, so let's get back to the other side and see what we can do with the Super Ball over there. Missed one thing on the upside down, probably. I do know that this is conditional Fire Flower. I do know that this will change the on-off state. Yeah, because now I know how to read the diagonals as Super Ball spots. Changing the on-off state is important. However, and yeah, it kind of shows you how the flag setup is going to go. However, okay, no, that's how we progress. I was thinking that we do ultimately need to take damage to go back to the other side because of the conditional mushroom switch. I think in the meantime that we should also wrap around here and bust our way through in the ice blocks, except we need to keep the Fire Flower in order to do it. So that's probably not... we don't want to do it yet. And that looks like a Fire Flower drop of some sort. This looks like a Super Ball spot. We know that getting to the other side will drop us on top of the... oh no, below the muncher. Okay. Let's get rid of the muncher. Getting rid of the muncher will allow us to have a damage boost that returns us to the other side, which... before we do anything silly, we need to get rid of this block. We also need to collect that coin before we do anything with the P-switch, but that's okay. We can do that with a Super Ball once we are back on the other side. So, okay, this is a bit of a problem for us now because we need to... probably... whoops. take damage before we collect a Super Ball, get back over. Yeah. Now, at this point, we get rid of the Spiny. And then we collect the Fire Flower in order to get back to the other side. Except we need to take damage, don't we? We need to take damage in order to get the conditional spawn. Yeah, drop this, let the Pokey run over. Drops a Fire Flower. That will allow us to eliminate these blocks here. Still, we need to do two things. We need to take damage. Thank you for the raid, that's wonderful. And did we run out of time? We ran out of time. I didn't even notice the clock. I did, however, notice the raid, and thank you very much, James Bond. Hey, I'm going to give you a quick shout out. And thank you so much for the follow and for all the visitation. Our queue is indeed open for some of you who want to join with more viewer levels. And I hope your stream went well as well. So, always very appreciative of a bigger audience here as we blunder through this level, but we kind of know how this flows at this point. Lukewarm ocean. Yeah, that's usually what happens when you heat things up. Okay, let's grab the conditional fire. There we go. Conditional fire will... what was the next step? Yeah, get us back here for the Super Ball spawn. Take this out. Go back. And I'm doing alright. It's been a pretty good week all around for Mario making. So. And yeah, thank you once again for all the follows of Balminus and Ruben the Toad. Okay, so we know that part of the solution so far. Let's get back over to do the bomb activation. Ultimately, we'll need it to get back to an off state. Whoops, the Super Ball expire. We'll need to get back to an on state rather when we finish the wraparound. Okay, so we've done that. Let's grab the Fire Flower. Fire Flower is going to get us through here. And also through to the other side. You're lovely yesterday. Okay, looking forward to it. Okay, we need to melt the ice over here first before we do anything else. I think I know the general shape of the solution from here. It's just a matter of getting all the pieces in the right place. Okay, damage first, Super Ball second. Great. That was maybe a tricky timing. I didn't need to make it so tricky. I could have just hit the muncher from the side. And number 54, we'll get to that in just one moment. Let me just try to clear this part of the solution first. But yeah, we'll... oh no, I needed a Super Ball to take this guy out. Okay, I messed that up. We can just go back to get another one though, right? No, we can't because we spent... okay, we blew it. So since we blew it, let's let's do a quick reading. Oh, thank you. I'm glad that you appreciate the radio voice. And we'll make some good use of it as we have a reward redemption from Electrodude. For those of you who are here for the first time, this is one of my channel point rewards, one of our only ones until we come up with something more interesting. Electrodude has requested Shakespeare's Sonnet number 54. Oh, how much more doth beauty beauteous seem, by that sweet ornament which truth doth give. The rose looks fair, but fairer we it deem for that sweet odour which doth in it live. The canker blooms have full as deep a dye as the perfumed tincture of the roses. Hang on such thorns and play as wantonly, when summer's breath their masked buds discloses. But for their virtue only is their show, they live unwooed and unrespected fade, died to themselves. Sweet roses do not so. Of their sweet depths are sweetest odours made. And so of you, beauteous and lovely youth, when that shall fade, by verse distills your truth. So thank you for that. Let's get back to the puzzle, and let's not mess up the Super Ball interaction this time. I think we did, in fact, need to reset there, given that we had lost access to the Super Ball. That was the necessary key. And yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed that, as always. And welcome, Julian. It's going well. I hope you're doing fine. I know that everybody has been very busily making lately, including myself. So it's nice to take a break just to get some plays in. And by plays, I do mean the Mario levels, not the Shakespeare plays, because we are currently only doing the sonnets. But somebody had asked me a few minutes ago, actually, when we were going to expand to some of the great dramatic speeches, and maybe we will find time for that soon enough.